if you guys missed our interview with Jerry Duncan from all the way from Glasgow, Scotland, then you missed a treat. But so maybe in about a week you can go to the YouTube channel and you can check out Jerry Duncan. And of course, we found out one of his favorite soccer team, of course, is Liverpool, which is Brianna's favorite. Brianna, which one is mine? It's not Manchester. It's Arsenal. Arsenal is one of my favorites.
Arsenal and Tottenham.
You gotta ask which one is your favorite
Right.
team.
No,
You know,
I can
you
remember.
have a favorite team.
Which one?
Tottenham.
Oh yeah, I love Tottenham. You know why Tottenham? Because they got some really attractive.
That is not a reason to like.
What? Look, I'm just saying. That was when we first watched Tottenham play. Brianna was like, "Oh God, they all cute." I'm like, "Yeah, they got some hotties."
Yeah, but Liverpool, they got Salah.
They do have Salah is good.
Salah
He is. You just like, oh Lord, when he get that ball in front of me, like it's gonna be over. He's really good.
Could
He's
we
good.
beat Manchester United?
Yeah, you know what? You do that to Scotty, he can be like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to kill him.
Oh my God! I do the running man in front of you.
Manchester United is.
I do this.
But did you see what I meant to Manchester and then Liverpool? They do have a serious rival because I saw Jerry's face. He was like, oh no, man. I was like, yeah, they have a serious rivalry going on between Liverpool and Manchester.
Okay, so they some pretty boys on Manchester United.
They are kind of some pretty boys, aren't they?
They some pretty boy Floyds.
Yeah,
they don't
they're
get
some
down
pretty
and dirty and play the game. They don't want to get on the ground. They don't want to mess up their hair. They got too much mousse in their hair.
Ouch. Well, who did What's called to play for when he played?
Who?
What's her name? What's his name?
Beckham.
Yeah. Did he play on Manchester?
Messi.
Did he play on Manchester?
I think it was Messi. And then he played for the Galaxy, the LA Galaxy.
Oh, did he? For some reason, I thought that Scott said he played at one time for Manchester.
He did.
He did. That's what I thought.
But
Okay.
he a pretty boy. He fine though.
He's not that cute.
He alright.
He all right. I'm gonna say this. He look better than the little skinny wife of his. I'm just gonna be honest.
She irritating.
Yeah. What's up, Victoria Beckham?
And he been married to her forever.
Well, he might as well. They got how many kids? 3, 4, 5. How many they got together?
4.
It's cheaper to keep her. She keep her.
19.
But she made her own money too. She has her own money as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you guys know, before we went to our interview, we're talking. It's like we call it L Love Day. This is today, so we're talking relationships. So we get back into our next question for relationships. Hey, Dr. Fight, you missed it earlier with one of the questions because Dante said, "Oh my God, where's Dr. Fight at?" Because he needed to back up earlier. So, okay. So here's my question.
Back up.
He said he needed to look. So, hey, Javante, how are you? So, my question is, when you're in a relationship,
Oh Lord.
when you're in a relationship, or you think you're in a relationship,
And you really not.
and you feel like something is off with that situation, do you confront the person, or do you turn a blind eye to the situation and just say just let it simmer on out? What would you do?
What would I do?
What would you do? Yep.
I'm confronting because I want to know. If I've been talking to a particular person
Mhm.
and I have a feeling that something's not going right,
Right.
I'm asking questions because I want to know.
Exactly.
Like Joe said, I want to know.
So that's what I said. So what do you think about people who say, "Well, it is what it is. I'm not gonna lose any more sleep over it." I think.
They weren't as interested or as into it as they want to make people believe.
Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. That's a good point.
Or they could have had enough.
But here's my question. So why wouldn't you want to confront somebody? Well, because for me, people always say I'm a confrontational person. I don't think I'm a confrontational person. It's just that I don't like BS. So if I feel like you BSing me around, I gotta ask you.
You want answers. It's not about you being confrontational or anything. You want answers to a situation. If you go into that conversation with calm and you just want answers.
Right.
Some people, if somebody say something they want to hear, they snap off in like 2.5 seconds. But if you go in there and you listen and you have a talk with that person and you get a clear understanding, but don't leave the door open or what ifs, and you thinking about it and you still don't have a clear cut answer.
So people always say when people, this is a phrase people use all the time. This person just not that into you. So how do you know when if a person you all start off and you feel like you've had a good time, you feel like you've had a good time, you've been talking for for some moments, and all of a sudden it's just poof, nothing. But you felt like it was something going on. Is that just not into you moment, or could it be that someone is trying to like put you off to the side and make you turn and make you out to be like the side piece? I'm asking y'all the question.
Well, I won't have an answer because I don't experience that, so I don't have an answer to that.
But it's just if you were if you were involved with somebody, or you thought that you were involved with somebody, and you thought that the vibe and everything was real good. The vibe was real good, and all of a sudden, you all going real good. Say you all going real heavy for about 3-4 months, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
Well, in that sense, I have that answer, but
you started to have emotion for that person. So is that one of those he was just not into you moment, or is that person saying, yeah, I can hang with you and I can holler at you every now and then when I when I want something?
I'm gonna let you answer that from a male perspective.
In experience that I actually experienced that with my previous relationship.
I'm just saying it just based on how you are.
He's pulling it from his experience.
When you can tell, like, if you trying to do stuff and they're not give you the same back, yeah, you just gonna want to leave. You ain't gonna want to do nothing else. Try to work it out. You gonna leave that relationship because that's clearly that relationship wasn't right. It wasn't meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also combining the issue of faith with it. Like, if I'm doing all these things, giving you my all, and you're not, you're gonna leave that relationship. That's what I did. From my previous relationship, I left that relationship.
Because you weren't getting you weren't getting back what you were putting in. That's what you said, basically.
Yeah.
You ain't never learned that.
So, but that's what I'm saying. But say you started, you had your romance or your feelings really involved, and then come to find out. So the bigger question is, what was the deal with that other person? What was the deal with that other individual? That would be my question.
Don't know. You gotta ask that person that.
Well, no, because
Dr. Fight trying to come on.
I don't know. What you getting?
It's saying your Zoom meeting attendees are waiting.
Trying to see. I don't know. Trying to see, because I just feel. I said, for me, if I open up myself to someone, and if I open up myself to someone, and your feelings are, and then I put my feelings out there, then all of a sudden I'm getting this vibe like, okay, like you just like disappearing or whatever, and then so then I have to say, well, what did I miss? Did I miss something? But then do I also say, should I confront you or just not say anything anymore? Should I just let it just move away? Should just die down?
I mean, if you're feeling, I would want answers. I want to know, like, but if you already, but there's also saying if you already got the answers and it's constant, this constantly the same thing, then you're gonna get fed up and leave. But if this is just like happen once or twice, and you're still not getting the answers you want, you should like at least call, have a conversation, get some kind of closure to the situation.
See that you said the magic phrase. That's what I would say, is that everybody is entitled to have closure in whatever situation it is.
Right, like get some kind of closure to the situation.
Exactly. So I was trying making a point. Say just people. I think you should have to say something, because it would bother me.
Right.
It would bother me even if you somebody just said, well, I just decided I no longer want to be in a relationship. I would just say, oh, okay. And you telling me pretty much, yeah, I don't have any more questions to ask you, because you've already answered. So we're done.
It's a wrap.
Right. But I just think just to accept somebody just as what y'all say. What y'all say? What young people say? Just what? Just going in the wind or whatever. What you say? Oh, go ghost.
Oh, they ghosted.
Yeah.
Like you got ghosted or something.
Yeah. I think that's inappropriate. I do. I don't care what age you are, because if you're playing an adult role in an adult game, which I don't think relationships are a game. I'm not saying relationships are a game. I'm saying if you're in something like that, at least have the woman of manhood to tell me that you know, yeah, I'm not gonna go any further with this.
Right, like, hey, this ain't working.
Right.
Let's try something else.
So the next part of the question is but if you don't do that and you keep you keep me hanging on, what position are you trying to put me in? Are you trying to put me in a position as being somebody on the side? Are you trying to do that, Dante, as a male perspective?
It's not even from a male's perspective. It's like, because I've been put where they basically went ghost on me. It hurts. Like, just let me know what it is. I learned how to build an iron heart over that, because it's like, just tell me what it is. If you don't want to be, fine. I keep it moving on my life. I'm not gonna keep dwelling on that one person. It's like I'm a be ghost. Like, if I'm going ghost on you, that means you piss me off.
Oh my God, that got to be Dr. Fight.
That is Dr. Fight.
Well, no, because I'm saying that. Okay, we said a person went ghost on you. Okay, but it's like there was no closure to it. You can say ghost, but if there was no closure to it, how can you not want to reach out and say, I want you to say something to me?
That's different people, different things. Like, if you go ghost on me, clearly that means you don't want to talk to me. So if I stop talking to you and stop reaching out as well, and then you come later down the line and reach out and say, hey, what's up? I haven't heard from you. I'm be like, oh well, I moved on.
Here's Dr. Fight for you.
Okay.
Communication. That communication is key.
Hey, Dr. Fight, what's up?
Hey, I don't understand your question.
Okay, what part of the question? You mean the question I just asked?
Yes.
Okay, so the question I asked, I said, say you in a relation, or you thought you were in a relationship, and a person just like stop, contacting, connecting you or whatever, and then so they go for a period of time and not connecting with you. Then all of a sudden you maybe like 2 months later you hear from them. So should you not confront that issue?
What's the issue?
The issue is why did you just disappear and then you just come back? And then you just want to come back like, okay, yeah, everything was all my doing, my fault or whatever. But then okay, I think we're gonna start talking again, and then here you go, maybe a month later, and you did the same thing again. So my question is, what is that person saying to you, or should you not to have closure and maybe text the person or call them and say, you know what, this is done. Don't call me anymore, or should you just let it go and not say anything anymore to that person? I know it's a lot of there, but
Well, first of all, most people operate in relationships based off of their understanding of the nature of the relationship. Okay. So if someone doesn't call you for an amount of time and then just shows back up, it lets you know how they have defined the nature of your relationship. That's how they perceive this relationship to be. Apparently, you had a different perception than they did. So for it to be a problem, it's only a problem on one half of the relationship, because only one half didn't know the nature of the relationship, or they had a different perception of the relationship. The nature of my relationship with my wife is that we communicate. So it's understood that at certain points and certain times throughout the day, we talk to one another. We talk to each other. But if I'm operating under that perception and then, she never communicates with me throughout the entire day, then obviously she has a different perception of the nature of our relationship than I did.
Okay, so my question is then, so when this person, if somebody comes back to you, should you not tell them, should you not get closure to that? Instead of just saying, well, I'm just gonna wait to see if I'm contacted anymore before I get closure. See, that's what I'm saying. So my thing is, should you just let that behavior go? I would be one of those people to say, okay, you just can't keep popping in and out whenever you feel like it.
Okay, well, first of all,